Hi everyone, thank you so much for watching. My name is Yadira. Today I do have a tag response video. I was tagged by the beautiful This is Dani O, and this tag is talking about our unwish list items. This was a tag created by Ramiro5, so I will have both of their channels and their corresponding unwish list videos down in the description bar. If you are new, welcome. If you are returning, thank you so much for coming back. I'm gonna start off somewhat brutal and more so brutally honest with myself. I'm gonna talk about VCA. VCA stands for Van Cleef & Arpels. This is sort of becoming like the Louis Vuitton Neverfull, and I love the Louis Vuitton Neverfull. I actually have 3, so nothing against that bag, but I am comparing it that way because for a lot of people who were interested in the Neverfull, they were put off by it because they saw it often. I mean, some people are even saying it's the basic bag. That is happening with the VCA from my point of view. And I love the Neverfull because it's practical. But is VCA also practical? Maybe not. And what I'm seeing is not necessarily all full authentic VCA, and VCA pricing is not basic jewelry pricing. I think if I look back on whatever those 3 pieces that I wanted combined, what their total was, it was about $8,000 with like taxes, probably a little bit over. $8,000 is not a small pill to swallow. And coming back to like the analogy with the Neverfull, whenever I use my Neverfull, if I ever stood next to a replica or a fake Neverfull, I don't think I ever felt like I was superior than them in any way. In reverse, actually, it feels like a slap in the face kind of, because there is a significant price difference, and that price difference is what creates the imitation or the, you know, the fake, the replica. If I see a VCA set that it'll be maybe, I don't know, like $120 for the 3 pieces compared to $8,000. That is a vacation, a beautiful vacation. You know what I mean? Like, it almost just feels like it's sucking the fun out of VCA for me by seeing it everywhere. Like, how do you know what is what for the untrained eye? Some people might think, oh, it's that one piece everyone has, but it's like, no. It's not just any piece, it's thousands of dollars worth of something. You know what I mean? Like, it's sort of devaluing VCA for me. I don't know. Like I said, I do want to get there, but my training wheels are flat at the moment. So I am taking VCA off my list for 2024, possibly also 2025. So number 2 is brown bags, and I have a black, I have a white, I have a purple, I have a blue, and then I have brown. Like, I need to stop with the brown, and my collection is largely Louis Vuitton, so most of the brown being from their canvas line and Damir Ebene or in monogram, obviously because the Azor will be a white, and the Azor is my white bag that I am classifying here. But I did bring some brown to kind of show you. This is my Louis Vuitton Damir Ebene Trevi bag in the PM size, and one of my favorite silhouettes from Louis Vuitton. I think I have a well-rounded collection of brown that I need to get into color. My handbag collection is starting to look a little bit stale. It needs a little bit of spiciness. And apart from all the brown, the other colors that I mentioned are all in the medium to dark tone family in terms of color, that I think I need to focus on light, bright, airy pops sort of colors. Pop being maybe like a red or an orange, or pastels being like a baby yellow, a baby pink, a baby green, like Easter sort of colors, pastels. I love all of my pieces and I've had them for a long time, and obviously brown works with my wardrobe. I've survived so far, so I can definitely live without color, but I want to expand my collection and focus on color, right? And black is a color, so if I do add another black bag into my collection, At least it's not brown. I did a video about handbags that I wish I had in my collection, and most of what I was picking were colors. So I'm like, you know what? It makes sense. It makes sense that I want that because I don't currently have that. And there is one bag in there that is brown. And I was like browsing through Fashion File yesterday and I seen it. But I was like, hold on, girl. Hold on. You don't want brown anymore, and this is a brown bag. For now, again, I gotta be honest and I gotta say no to brown. The next on my list is luxury handbag accessories, and I have bandeaus and I have charms, and I would like a pink or red bandeau, but I feel like the amount of accessories I currently own in my collection, which I did bring and I will share with you, I feel is plenty that I can alternate between everything that I have and be fine. So I have I think this was like an Ivy chain bag. I had gotten this from Fashion File, but because it comes as a handbag accessory from almost everything that Louis Vuitton released for 2023. Actually, I can't even put it in this bag. The hoops on that bag are much thicker than the hoops on this bag. So here is my purple bag, and she's actually a wine color, or that's the technical name. But this chain, I can pair it with my Speedy. I can technically use it as, you know, a jewelry for my handbag. I don't, but that is an option. I think it's a little bit too big in this particular bag. I have that I can play with. I have a bandeau. This one is in a blue color with some browns and silvers and golds through it. This is the LV Confidential bandeau in denim. All leather or hardware pieces from Louis Vuitton on top of a denim monogram. And then I do have the LV 360 bandeau that is double-sided. So it has the micro monogram on one side and then the oversized other with some beautiful colors. This denim one does have a reverse side, but it sort of looks the same. It's not a big difference like in this sort of one. I can pair this color scheme very well with my wine bag. It's so good. I've used this with my monogram. I have a navy not gray pochette métis, and that is my blue bag that I pair this with most often that I am wearing this one out, but it still pairs well with even my Damier Ebene, so I am able to wear that with a lot of my things. Now this next one is, oh my goodness, the most cutest charm. This is Thomas the Burberry bear with a zebra costume. I actually had gotten this from an outlet for like $80 or something. I don't know, super cute and such a great steal, and the hardware is so amazing. And even though he has a white costume, there's no stains on him, and I paired him with my Damier Ebene. He hangs from my Neverfull the most. I've also paired him with my On The Go. I've also paired him with my black Empreinte Neverfull. He does say Burberry on his little, the bottom of his foot right here, but he's so oversized and his foot is facing downwards that you don't really see it. Only if you know that Burberry makes teddy bear charms is the only way you could ever guess, like, oh my god, that's Burberry. It's super cute, so adorable. One of my most favorite charms that I have in my collection. And like I said, I pair him with like everything. The next set of charms are actually by Lindess, and I have them on my luxury list because these are expensive. I purchased 3 of them and I think it was almost like $400 with the 3. I did get a free charm, so I guess I can't count that. I have an R, and then I have this beautiful butterfly, and they also have the little sticker right at the top, and I have used them with the sticker. This little heart that actually is one of the ones that I use the most. This one was the free item, and even though this has the white in the back, I guess it kind of is taking a little bit of color there. Just gotta wipe it really nicely. But yeah, this one is super cute. I wish they had something like this like available year-round. And I do have another one that I have hanging from my work backpack. Well, I guess that's my most used one because it's in my work backpack and I have gone to the actual office or to like a conference using it on my backpack. that I guess is my most used, so I do use it. This one, the actual white is still white, which I'm surprised because my backpack is black and I've been in airplanes, whatnot, so that is the white. And again, I still have the sticker on my hardware there. This one in particular is my least used one, and not that it doesn't match, it actually bounces off really nicely from this one. I guess you can't really tell with the light. Would I put these guys two together? I think because the bear is so big, it would kind of hide the R, but maybe. Or I can hang this from my black Neverfull. It actually looks really nice. Actually, I'm gonna leave it right there. Yeah, so pretty. And then the last charm that I have is my newest luxury charm. This is the LV Initial with a little facet charm right here, the key ring in the classic LV hook right here. This one actually lives hanging off my Speedy 25. This is how I have it in my closet without this. I don't really use this as a chain on my bags, but I wanted to mention it as a handbag accessory because I did buy it as a handbag accessory. I find that if I'm ever in the mood of dressing up my bags or giving it a little bit of something, I have something to pick from within my collection that I'm not like, oh my god, I wish I had this. Like I said, I do kind of want a pink or a red bandeau, but this has red, it has peach or coral. I'm just gonna say it's pink to satisfy that pink craving. I have a pink charm. You see what I mean? Like, hello. And then even if that's too much, the back is literally patent leather in pink. I really don't use this charm either, and that is because of the hook. I actually did send them an email the same day that I got my order, and I never heard back from them. I guess because it's just like to fix a clasp. Like, is it really, you know, like life or death? No. Like shipping, because obviously this is not an American company, it's probably going to be more expensive between sending it there and sending it back than just buying a whole new charm. That is my little butterfly. It's still hanging in there. I hope I never lose it, but she's so pretty nonetheless, and satisfy my pink and even purple because it gives a lot of purple color. And I wanted to be sure that I mentioned this because I would love to have a Birkin in my collection, specifically in the 30 size. That I don't want to buy a lot of Rodeos. I don't want to buy a lot of Twillies. Well, even though I do see the purpose in the Twillies on such an expensive bag, because just with your bracelets going in and out of the handles, you can start wearing the inner lining, or not the inner lining, the glazing or whatever is bonding the leather together. That can wear and start peeling off if you have a lot of accessories or, you know, arm candy. So I do see the purpose in buying a Twilly for a Birkin, such an expensive handbag, but I don't want to buy one if I don't have a Birkin. Like, I'm not going to go buy 75 Twillies to build my Hermes profile. Maybe after I get a Birkin, I would probably go crazy. I'm like knocking my fingers because I'm like, yes to a Birkin, but this is probably gonna be like one of those never say never. If I do decide to embark into an Hermes journey, that it is going to be just things that I love. There is some things that I would like from Hermes, but I'm not too crazy with Hermes. I wanted to get a 90 by 90 scarf to hang it because I have a big wall here on the side to hang it from there, but I didn't find like a print that I liked, so I haven't purchased that. I do want a pair of shoes, or actually two, and a Birkin. That's pretty much everything that I want from Hermes. Is that a lot? If I ever do get into an Hermes journey, I'm gonna try to be as selective as possible, because I mean, I don't want 75 things. Some of their clothing is very nice, I will say that, and I want a belt. Moving on. The next item is the Louis Vuitton Kirigami. This was something that was in my 2024 wish list, and primarily because I wanted the medium size Kirigami for my Kindle, but I actually got a sleeve from Amazon for my Kindle, and what accelerated that was that I scratched my Kindle. I think this was, you know how they tell you, oh, take all your laptops and your phones and everything electronic so that you can go through security. I took it out at the end of security. I just grabbed everything and shoved it in a bag, and that's like how I scratched it. So I was like, oh, maybe I really need something to carry my Kindle in, and I thought that the Kirigami set would be perfect. And then I thought that I could use the mini one for business cards or just X's like loyalty cards or something small like that. I know that the small one does not carry my key fob and a card, so I can't use it as a wallet. You can, but for what my requirements in a wallet are, it doesn't meet it. So I would definitely use it, just not as an everyday wallet. And then it would leave one extra Kirigami. So I was like, no. And then whenever I got this sleeve, I'm like, I don't need a Kirigami set. If I really want a business card holder, they literally make a product called business card holder that I can buy instead. And the Kirigami set is not a bad price for what it is. Just under $800, $745, $750, something like that. And then something that Louis Vuitton released this year as well is their toiletry pouch trio. I was already content with this before I knew that set came out, that I kind of already had it in my mind like, oh, I'm not gonna get the Kirigami. But then that came into the picture and I was like, oh my god, I'm definitely not getting the Kirigami now. I am just going to get the toiletry pouch set. But I have the toiletry pouch in the 26 size that I do use. I really do use this a lot. So instead of getting the Kirigami set, let me spend double the price of the Kirigami to get the trio pouch set. Girl math. Genius. And I actually went to the store last weekend because I took in some items for repair, and I didn't even ask for this. Like, they didn't even have it out in display either. Like, not even part of it. They didn't have not even all three or one. So I don't know the future with me in the toiletry pouch trio set. I think I would really use it. So I'm slowly talking myself into it. But for now, I am saying no to the Kirigami and officially taking it off my wish list. The fifth thing on my list is something that I wanted forever. This is by Chanel. This is their classic flap in the large size, or more commonly referenced as the jumbo, or I think they renamed it to something else. But this is the bag that I'm talking about right here. This bag I actually did mention in my 2024 wish list that I was putting in the back burner simply because of the price, along with all the comments that I hear from Chanel owners. I would really like the bag, but whenever I look at my handbag collection that I have now, most of my favorite bags are top handles, and the classic flap bags by Chanel are shoulder bags. And in the large size, if I was to do it as a crossbody, I'm trying to remember based on like modeling shots from, you know, YouTubers that I've seen that own the large size, but because it's so big as a crossbody, it just looks big. If I owned it, I think I would still do a crossbody, because sometimes you just need a crossbody bag, and if that is what you're using at the time that you need to be wanting a crossbody bag, then I would assume you would do the same thing. It's like $11,000, and then obviously in the unfortunate world that I live in where I need to pay taxes, that will bump that bag up even higher. I was there last weekend. I did not ask about the jumbo. I went in to ask about the Chanel 19, and I kind of wanted to have my husband's feedback on, you know, what he thought about the bag. And I'm very convinced about that bag, in the sense that I do feel like I would love that bag in my collection and I would use it. Kind of feel like if I was to get a Chanel bag, that would be my first Chanel bag instead of me getting a jumbo. I think a jumbo would be literally the holy grail bag for me from Chanel. Like, I can get that and nothing else. I can literally get 3 Chanel bags or 2 Chanel bags before I can get the jumbo bag, you know, or instead of getting the jumbo bag. And because I don't have anything from Chanel in my collection, I am so terrified about doing it in the pre-owned market as a first time Chanel piece. Yeah, that should be enough. Or maybe you don't have to sympathize with that particular statement that I said, but it makes me nervous. Even at the pre-owned prices, that is still a lot of money to possibly get duped. So yeah. I gotta say no to the Chanel Jumbo. I gotta take it off the list. I actually didn't see any at the store, not even in any color. I think I saw a Chanel medium, but I did not notice a large. Let me know down below what are some of the items that you are unwishing from your luxury wish list. I do have a list of people that I want to tag, but I have to go through your channels to see if you probably already did this tag already, and if you did, forgive me please. And if you are also a YouTuber and you would like to do this tag, then I welcome you to do it, and let me know what you decide to put on your list or tag me on your videos so I can check it out. I want to thank you so very much for spending a little bit of your day with me, and I hope to see you next time.